Glad you could join us for Sports Tonight. I'm Jackson Roberts. Hope you all had a great weekend. Let's find out. To the third, Cleveland already up 3-0, but Marwin Gonzalez parks one in almost the exact spot he did yesterday. He had 3 RBIs in the game. It's a 1-run deficit, and not for long. Nelson Cruz, we have liftoff. His 16th of the year, tied for the most in the majors. Twins even this one back up. Next inning, Ryan Jeffers. Not a bad time to get your second homer of the year. Gives Bomba squad the 5-3 lead, and then 2 batters later, they weren't done. Josh Donaldson, same result, almost the exact same place, his 4th of the year. Twins out-homer the Tribe 11-2 over the weekend and keep pace with Chicago for the AL Central lead. It took about a month and a half, but the Red Hawks have finally captured their first sweep of the shortened 2020 season with a 10-3 rout over the Chicago Dogs here at Newman Outdoor Field on Sunday afternoon. They did it in part thanks to a 4-run 8th inning, which featured a 2-run Christian Ibarra home run. He finished with 3 RBIs on the afternoon, as did Leo Pena. On the bump, Brandon Hagen's doing more than enough for Fargo-Moorhead, allowing only 3 runs and 2 hits en route to FM's 15th victory on the season. They have an off day tomorrow before hosting Sioux Falls on Tuesday evening at 7.
Can do.
Now, while we have a minute before we go, we would like to point out that Nick will be down at US Bank Stadium to see the Vikings on Sunday. Nick, you want to tell us about that for a second? It was the Bison against the Bison this morning in Austin, Texas, where Lipscomb's Megan Gray fanned 17 batters, and Jenna Edris had a bases-clearing double, which helped the Bison to a 7-1 win over NDSU, who remain in Texas next weekend for the Sam Houston State Bearcat Invitational in Huntsville. I'm glad I got through that clean, guys. Bison, you can throw some people off.
Scary.
You threw me off at first. I was going to say, I want to be saying it right.
Yeah. Thanks, Jackson.
Kindred is one of those teams. The Vikings gear up for a Class B Region 1 quarterfinal matchup on Tuesday against Oak Grove. Karina Ashburn's squad finished the regular season at 11-3, powered by a 9-match win streak. The last 8 of those, they won in straight sets, one of which was against the Grovers. In a year that's been full of uncertainty, they've lived by one motto in particular that's truly fit for 2020. Senior Day has lots of meaning for players, coaches, and families. But for North Dakota State men's basketball, it wasn't just any ordinary celebration of the elderclassmen. For them, the hope was that there'd be more games in sight. With a win tonight, NDSU would clinch a share of the Summit League regular season title. To the Shack we go, a tradition as old as time, the Bison celebrating their 4 seniors before the regular season finale against Omaha. And one of them got them going right away, Tyson Ward with the nice bucket, and it's 2-0 NDSU. Another one, Jared Samuelson had himself quite a game. That was one of 7 3-pointers he hit in the game. He finished the night with 21. Bison go up 24-12. And in the second half, Vinny Shaheed may have only been here for 2 years, but that doesn't mean he didn't catch the attention of many. 20 points in the night, and in doing so, passing 1,000 in his career. NDSU still leading a little later. That's Ward again, giving the fans what they came for. He had 29 on the night. That was a career high. Bison go on to win it 87-67.
In the FCS championship game, Jackson Roberts is live in Frisco, Texas, while the city is being covered in green and yellow. Jackson?
Whatever happens on the field to play on Saturday, regardless of who wins, one storyline that cannot get lost is that Bison Nation once again has the team's back.
Fandom has a way of taking you places. When it comes to following a team for the big game, the Bison faithful are no exception, especially when it leads them to Frisco, Texas.
And you can be walking down the street and the locals, go Bison, go Bison. You know, you don't hear any go JMU or go Towson or go Sam Houston. I mean, they know where their bread and butter is, so.
With NDSU returning to what's become known as Fargo South for the 8th time in the last 9 years, locals know what to expect when everyone arrives.
It's probably our busiest time of year, busiest 3 days that we work. no breaks. I mean, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. We prepare for this we've been preparing for about 2 weeks.
The Midwesterners, I guess, come down and literally take over Frisco. Take over Frisco. We have the Bison tracker, so we can see them coming on their way down, and they all check in. It is neat. It's really cool.
As more and more of those dots begin to light up around Frisco, it's another example that fan loyalty has no boundaries.
A lot of yellow and green here so far down in Frisco, and it's safe to say it's going to stay that way here inside Toyota Stadium on Saturday. Reporting live from Frisco, Texas, I'm Jackson Roberts, KBRR Sports. Twins were in action over in Kansas City today, plus a local golfer did something pretty cool with the help of a clever idea he had from Saturday. I'll have that story and more coming up later on in sports. Stick around.